with a bottle laying in my bed. There was a little
These prisoners are battling addiction. They've been touched by the opioid crisis, which is putting more and more women behind bars across the US.
I started getting in with the wrong crowds and was getting introduced to more things. When I was introduced to opiates, that was it for me. I became addicted very quickly.
Crystal has tried to quit several times, but nothing has worked. She's been arrested for robbery, driving violations and other crimes, almost all related to drugs. And the struggles of her addiction have a wider impact. 10-year-old Robbie hasn't been hugged or touched by his mother since 2015. For him, this is as intimate as it gets.
She's been to jail multiple times, but how long was this one? 2 years.
Crystal's parents have been raising Robbie since he was 3. They still struggle to understand how the girl who sang in the church choir, played the piano and dabbled in cheerleading ended up this way.
When she went in jail, I actually felt relieved because I knew where she was at. You know, I knew I wasn't going to get that call at 1 o'clock in the morning saying that Crystal's died of a drug overdose.
Crystal's case is not uncommon in the US. A decade ago, there were rarely more than 10 women in this remote prison in the Campbell County. Now the population is around 60. Meanwhile, experts say prison isn't always the solution.
If we're putting people in jails and we're not offering them access to effective drug treatment in jails, we really have no business incarcerating them in that case.
With the opioid epidemic ravaging the states, lawmakers say some women and men are even being driven to prostitution.
All right, Shalom, all praises, honor, glory goes to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash, double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to you, Akim, out there pushing his word in true sincerity, okay, in death and destruction. To all the non-believers, all right, you scoffers and scorners, and all you damn bug outs that be on the videos. You need to start watching my videos. All right, so this is because this word is only for the house of David. All right, the elect. Now the video that you just watched, okay, very funny video, if you ask me, is the video of the opioid crisis causing more and more women to be put behind bars, and not just any woman. Okay, as you can see, you didn't see any Israelite women in that in this video. Okay, it didn't look like it. What did it look like? It looked like all so-called white women. And this was the case during the crack era. This was the case when the so-called white man, when he created these drugs, and he made a social experiment out of us. Okay, by pushing drugs into the neighborhood. And what happened? A lot of, especially those who were born in the 80s and the 90s, and, 80s and 90s, especially when the crack era hit. All right, a lot of Israelites were born crack babies. A lot of Israelite women were in jails. So now you're starting to see the roles reversal. Okay, and this is right out of the Bible. All right, as it was where the black woman, or in a Native American woman, and a Latina woman. Okay, here in America, they would get put behind bars for being on drugs. Okay, they would have children that were born with all type of deficiencies because they were on drugs. Okay, the houses were split up, families were torn. Okay, that's what the so-called white man socially engineered. He did that. Okay, he did that to us. Okay. Now you're seeing all these things turn on the so-called white man. This is Deuteronomy 30:7. And the Lord, thy power, will put all these curses upon thy enemies, and upon them that hate thee, which persecuted thee. You see that? And the so-called white man, woman, and child, they hate us. And you see it today. You see they're calling the police on us, barbecuing or selling waters, or not letting us into certain restaurants. See what you Negroes have not considered is that the so-called white man is the same white man, all right, that took you down, all right, during the 1600s, all right, when he put you in them slave ships and sent you over here to the islands, to America. Okay, this is the same white man. All right, his racism is more sophisticated. Okay, it's more subtle, which that means that's because he is the serpent. He comes in the spirit of the serpent. He's very subtle in the things that he does. Okay, so he's not going to blatantly tell you that he's racist. But now what you're seeing with the invention of the internet, with data being streamlined to the whole world instantaneously, okay, social media, okay, things going viral, you're seeing the hatred of our enemies. Okay, but you know what? The Most High, Yahweh Shema Shai, all right, that's the Heavenly Father, and that's the Heavenly Father's name and His Son name. All right, they're changing the roles are being reversed. Okay, as we were once thrown in jails, our mothers were thrown in jail. Okay, for drug crimes. All right, our enemy women are getting thrown in jail, and that's a ripple effect. Okay, your community cannot sustain itself. It's going to implode on itself, and you've seen that what has happened to the black community, to the Native American community, to the Latino community. It has imploded on itself. Why? Because there's a trickle down effect. When your nation is on drugs, okay, when your nation is totally out of order, all right, and our nation was totally out of order, for a long time, but now the Lord, He's rebuilding a fragment of our nation. He's rebuilding the remnant of our nation. Okay, let me bring that out. Okay, that's another curse that I wanted to bring out, but let me bring this out, because the Lord, He's building up the tabernacles of David. Okay, and that's the house of David. The house of David are the ones who are allotted. Okay, from you have to be an Israelite. Okay, the house of David are those who are going to be allotted to be saved in the coming days from Babylon. Okay, throughout the whole planet Earth. And in that day, Amos 9:11, in that day will I raise up the tabernacles of David that is fallen. Okay, and you've seen a total dismantle of our nation. Okay, during the time of slavery. And it seemed like we were getting our good foot forward. Okay, during the time of Reconstruction. All right, during the time of the civil rights, when we were demanding justice, all right, we were demanding equity, we're demanding equal rights. But then crack hit us. Okay, these drugs hit us. Okay, all right, a lot of the so-called black men got caught up into the drug game. Okay, a lot of children, they were products. Okay, of mothers that were on drugs in and out of jail. Okay, a lot of children had to get adopted. A lot of children came out with cognitive issues, came with lung issues. A lot of you Israelites have asthma. Why do you think you have asthma? Because, your mother was on drugs most of the time. Okay, that's not the direct reason, but that's part of the reason why Israelites are so plagued with so many diseases, and that's part of the curses. But now what you're seeing is the degradation of the nation of Edom. Okay, and this is part of it. This is just one small fragment of how the Most High, Yahweh Shema Shai, is totally dismembering, okay, the tabernacle of Edom. And in that day will I raise up the tabernacle of David. So now the Lord, He's raising up the tabernacle of David, and He's bringing down the tabernacle of Edom that is fallen. We were once fallen, okay, and close up the breaches thereof. Okay, the breach, when a breach is when there's a breach, the enemy can come in. Okay, so now the Lord, He's closing up the breaches, so the enemy can no longer come in. Okay, our mind is totally far from America. All right, and you have a lot of Israelites that are starting to wake up to the fact that America is just a big prison camp. Okay, and it's a place where you're still an enemy. All right, and I will raise up His ruins, and I will build it as in the days of old. That's right. All right, so the Lord, He's going to allow us to raise up in the midst of our enemies, while the so-called white woman is getting locked up into the jail. And this right here was just a fragment, okay, that I'm using just as a catalyst to bring out these scriptures. All right, because if we sit down and write down all the things that are happening to Edom, you will have to come to the conclusion that is written in the Bible, because the Bible clearly outlines what things would happen to Israel, you blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, and then how the Lord, He will put all those curses, okay, upon our enemies. So our enemies will be totally through. Okay, our enemies will have a high mortality rate. Okay, a high blood pressure. Okay, inflammation. Okay, they'll be in and out of the jail system. All right, this is the nation of Edom we're talking about. This is the nation that has taken us down. All right, how can you Negroes here in America, okay, you Hispanics here in America, not see what the Heavenly Father is doing? All right, this was a nation that totally had you in chattel slavery. That had chains on your neck, that was raping your woman. Okay, that was just having his way with you. Now his woman is locked up in jail. His woman is on drugs, or his woman, okay, is killing herself. All right, the suicide rate amongst these Edomites are what? It's very high. Okay. All right, and furthermore, his woman is stepping out and going and getting with Israelite men, breeding Israelite children. All right. So this is just another example on how the Most High is dismantling, okay, dismembering, dismantling the nation of Edom, the tabernacle of Edom. Okay. This is Deuteronomy 28, and let's see where I was at. Let's read this right here. Deuteronomy 28:6. Blessed shalt thou. No. We want to get the other one. Those are the blessings that we will receive. Yep, this is it. Deuteronomy 28:19. Curse shalt thou be when thou comest in, and curse shalt thou be when thou goest out. Now you're starting to see this prophecy come against the nation of Edom. Okay? Because you have the new generation of the nation of Edom that are coming to this world through. They're coming to this world with manipulated DNA because of GMOs. They're being born in prisons. Their grandparents is having to take care of them. They're being born as an opioid addict. There's multiple videos on the internet that show you the crisis, the opioid crisis is raining havoc on the nation of Edom, and primarily the children. Because the women they keep just having more and more children. And you know how the white woman is, all right? She has no filter in the amount of wickedness that she's going to do. And this opioid, all right, this is sweeping white America. Okay? So it says, curse when thou comest in. Once they're born, they're just done. They're all twitching. Okay, because opioids. Give me a second. They're all twitching because of opioids and have to be weaned off. Okay? And curse shall thou be when thou goest out. Now you're starting to see whole families of Edomites totally die broke. Okay? Lose the house. Alright? They have to get something that's cheaper. They have to live in an apartment. Alright, they lose their 401k. They're not able to make ends meet. Okay? This is starting to happen to the nation of Edom. The Lord shall send upon thee cursing, vexation, and rebuke, and all that thou settest thy hand to do, until thou be destroyed, and until thou perish quickly. Now this actually happened to us, all right? Now this happened in Edom. Edom's being exposed. You racist Edomites being exposed for the racist devil that you are, and then it goes viral, and then you lose your livelihood. Or you get fired from your job, your career, okay? You lose endorsements, or you have to go into hiding. Everybody sees your face. What you don't understand, the Most High, He created the internet to streamline your wickedness to the whole world. Now all these things are being televised. The degradation of the nation of Edom is being televised. You can watch these videos, like a video like this. See, and nobody will really put two to two together, so to speak, or one on one together, and see that what the Lord is doing, He's totally dismantling the whole structure of the nation of Edom. And it tells you that. Let's bring that out. Let me see. Yep. This is Malachi 1:4. Whereas Edom said, we are impoverished, but we will return and build in desolate places. Thus said the Lord hosts. They shall build, but I will throw down. Okay, you see that? Whatever Esau builds, even if it's through infrastructure, through actual buildings of brick and mortar, okay, iron, steel, or it's social constructs that are being built. Okay, moral constructs that are being built. All right, his way of living. All right, the structure of the household. All right, even there's order within even Edom, because Edom have to follow some type of order. But what you're seeing is the Most High, he's breaking them down. Or he's dismembering, if I'm saying that correctly, dismembering, all right, the family structure of Edom, dismantling. Okay, there you go, dismantling the family structure of Edom. And this is part of it. This is part of his wine that he pushed towards us. That's why he wanted the man out of the household. He wanted the woman on drugs. He wanted the man in and out of the system to destroy the family, or to destroy that nation. But now the Heavenly Father, we don't see what the thing is. We don't have to do none of this. We didn't do anything to Esau. We're literally blameless. We're not doing this to you. This is a trap that you fell into. Or you put yourself in this situation. Okay, so the Lord said, they shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom the Lord has indignation forever. So now you're seeing the Lord's righteous anger being put on the nation of Edom. And this is all part of the destruction of Edom before Edom fully gets destroyed, okay, by this thermonuclear war that's going to pursue. Okay, and then the nation of Edom is going to go into a further state of the Lord's indignation, and that's going to be 1,000 years of hardcore slavery. Okay, so you see what the Lord is doing. All right, but to the unbeknownst, okay, and the unknowing, all right, here's a psalm for you. All right, because we all felt this way in the world. We all felt that the wicked were prospering, that the so-called white man be like, damn, why can't I make it? Some more than others. But here's a psalm. This is Psalm 73. So, because look, everything that you're going through, everything that's going on in the world, it's in the Bible. All the answers are actually in the Bible. And our people don't want to come to the book, don't want to come to their book and their power, their God, that's actually doing all this, actually destroying Edom, destroying the power structure, destroying their hegemony, destroying their grip on the whole world. Okay, and they did this. They did this by the force of the sword. And the Lord, Yahweh Yahushai, is doing this by the spirit of his mouth, okay, which is his prophets. All right, the word is going out. The word has gone out, and now the destruction of the nation of Edom is pursuing. Okay, and you can't. These words are not turning back. All right, you can delete the videos, but more videos are going to come up. All right, this word is going viral. All right, the voice is being heard throughout the four corners of the earth. It says, truly, the Most High is good to Israel, even to such as are of a clean heart. But as for me, my feet were almost gone. My steps had well nigh slipped. For I was envious at the foolish when I saw the prosperity of the wicked. Okay, and that's 2/3 of our people. All right, and before you come into this truth, and that demon can even hop on you, being envious at the foolish. But you got to know their end. For there is no bands in their death, but their strength is firm. At one point, there was no bands in their death, and their strength is firm. Which this is going into the elites. This is really the elites of this nation. But this is trickling down to even the low level Edomite. Because at one point, Edom was this strong, pompous nation. All right. They are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men. Now they're being plagued. They're being actually plagued with drugs. Okay? Their pride compasseth them about as a chain. Violence covereth them as a garment. And I'm seeing that pride being totally destroyed right now. At one point, Esau was very proud, which there's pockets of the United States where Esau is trying to hold on to that make America great spirit. But that spirit is being totally crushed. All right? Their eyes stand out with fatness. They have more than heart could wish. They are corrupt, and they speak wickedly concerning oppression. They speak loftily. They set their mouth against the heavens, and their tongue walketh through the earth. Therefore his people return hither, and waters of a full cup are wrung out to them. And they say, how does the Most High know? Is there knowledge in the Most High? See, because the so-called white man, he's the one who has pretty much to try to destroy our nation. Okay. Let me get back to that. Yeah, and you didn't think that the Most High would see all these things. Now the Most High is turning all the things that you have done to us, he's turning them upon you. All right. Behold, these are the ungodly who prosper in the world. They increase in riches. All right, now Edom is losing his riches. Verily, I have cleansed my heart in vain and washed my hands in innocency. For all the day long have I been plagued and chastised every morning. If I say I will speak thus, behold, I should offend against the generation of thy children. When I thought to know this, it was too painful for me. Until I went into the sanctuary of the Most High, then understood I their end. Okay, once you understand these scriptures, once the Most High has revealed these things unto you, you understand the wicked's end. Surely thou didst set them in slippery places, thou castest them down into destruction. How are they brought down into desolation in a moment? They are utterly consumed with terrors. All right, and that's part of his terrors, man. For Edom, all right, women to just be locked up in a jail cell, all right, singing songs. All right, the children are being used to mom being locked up, and that's going to be a normal occurrence. Okay, that's going to be a normal occurrence. That's why it says this, and yep, this is Proverbs 28:37. And thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword among all nations, whither thou shalt lead thee. And that's what they're doing. They're chanting the great white Satan. Okay, you getting beat up in Thailand. Okay, the whole world is seeing how you are an opioid addict. And this is a proverb. This is a byword. This is a speech that's being made amongst the people. Okay, that you're a drug addict. That the white woman's a drug addict. Okay, and she's on the opioids, doing all type of dark things. All right, and she's getting locked up in a prison. All right, now these curses are falling upon you. And now what's happening with Jake? More black businesses. Okay, Jake is acquiring more wealth. All right, Jake is getting with the white woman. Okay, having children. And I'm talking about the men. I don't want to get on the black woman. I'm saying her, it's not time. I don't want to get on her. She's a demon, by the way. All right, so the white woman is suffering the same curses that the black woman had. All right, I'll say it like that. All right, the white woman is suffering those same curses and proverbs and bywords. She just the black woman's easy. The white woman's easier. The black woman's on drugs. The white woman is on drugs. The black woman stinks. The white woman stinks. Okay. The black woman, she's not loyal to her husband, loyal to her nation. The white woman is definitely not loyal to her nation, okay? She's with every other nation but Edom, okay? And she's single-handedly, all right, or I'll say part of the reason why the white births are diminishing, okay? Because she's locked up, all right? So, I just wanted to do a quick video on that. I hope this is edifying. Till next time, I want to say shalom.